Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's up? What's up, Manic? What's up, Satellite? R Dominic, RV Winkle, 2Hit. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023 and the first stream therein. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing really good. Having a lovely evening. Probably gonna be a little lurky tonight, more so than usual. Fair enough, fair enough. What's up, Hand of Stand? Happy New Year to you as well. Also a hearty ab and to those of you that came in early. It's like watching AI learn. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing great. I had a lovely Sunday, and kids were gearing up for school, going back to reality. Not yet. We had today off, but they went ahead and started getting stuff ready yesterday. And then today we went to a friend's place that we hadn't seen in a while and hung out there with them for a bit. That was a really good time. We had a really, really nice time there. So, and in between, I actually had some time to play some games, and that was really, really nice. Nice. Hey, I just guess what my hotel is out of: toilet paper or oxygen. That's one of them. Eva gets a point. Guess what the other one is? Water, maybe? Because apparently it's not oxygen. Assistant managers. Sense? Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Distinct lack of sense. But yeah, I have been playing some stuff, and I've been having a really good time playing some stuff. I have been playing the hell out of Neon Abyss. I really like that game. I would go so far as to say I love that game. I played it a whole bunch on Sunday. Yeah, just having a really, really good time with it. I would heartily recommend it. I would honestly heartily recommend it to anybody who gets frustrated with other roguelikes, because it just gets so stupid sometimes. I had a build, it didn't work out. I got to like the last level before the attrition just destroyed me. But I ended up with this goofy ass build where I had 3 double jumps. I had an item that made me do more damage while I was in midair. Every double jump formed like a shield against bullets. Every jump dropped a mine, and every explosion I caused made my eggs explode. So I would walk into a room and enemies would appear, and I would jump across the room and the entire thing would explode. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because the mines that I dropped, I'm not immune to. Oh, and then late in the run, I got something that doubled the size of explosions. So, I succumbed to attrition, unfortunately. But man, it was so much fun. If you get really dumb guns going, like I had one build where it was like every heart I had made my gun shoot an extra bullet. And so I just focused, the only thing I focused on was getting more hearts and more damage for my gun, and it was just this giant, ridiculous spread fire weapon by the end. It's like 3 out of every 4 runs are good to great. That's exactly true, Kragger. It's so much fun. Game that simply does not give a shit if you can see it or not. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Every time I died yesterday, it's because I couldn't see what the hell was going on, and it was entirely my own fault. Been playing a druid build in Fallout 4. It's been interesting, only using the laser musket and eventually the Gauss rifle when I get it. Mostly just making animals and mutants fight for me along with my doggo. That sounds like fun, Fury Fighter. Also, hi, Fury Fighter. Good to see you. Glad you're here. So that's one thing I've been doing. I've been playing a whole bunch of Neon Abyss. The other thing I did is I finally went back to this building game called Before We Leave. In fact, I'm going to show it to you right now because y'all, I streamed this briefly one night. A way back. And it's only $7 right now, as it turns out. But But this is a really, really, really neat little game. It's a hex-based building sim where it's almost kind of like hopeful Fallout, I guess. They changed a bunch of things that makes it play so much better. Yeah, their logistics update made a huge difference. I remember specifically the stuff that soured me on the game, and they have fixed all that. But yeah, your little people emerge from the vault. You get them to build shacks and woodcutters and stuff. And then you salvage old technology, and you start relearning how to make things. You rediscover like oil and oil power, how to forge steel, how to make glass and stuff. And then you find old vehicles. Like, you start on an island on a planet, and you find a wrecked ship on it, or like a wrecked boat. And then you repair the boat, and that lets you sail to other islands that have other resources. And then on another island, you find a wrecked spaceship. And that's where I am in my playthrough right now. I'm trying to repair this wrecked spaceship, because once you get the wrecked spaceship going, then you can travel to other planets, and you actually have an entire solar system that your little dudes are colonizing and moving between and shuttling resources between. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. The big thing with logistics is once you get off of the first island, it's got an Anno style logistics system where certain islands produce certain materials, and you need to move them around. Like, I've got one island that makes like glass and oil, and I've got another island that makes like basic stuff like tools and stone. And then I've got a third island where all this stuff actually needs to go to repair the rocket. So it used to be that you had to set up like just like in the older Anno games, you had to set up specific trade routes is what I'm trying to say. You had to say, like, pick up this many of this here, drop off this many of this at this island. But there's so much stuff going on in this game, and like the resource levels fluctuate so much, it becomes a huge pain in the ass. They overhauled that, so now what you do is you set each island. You can set each island's desired amount of resources, like they're reserved for something. Like, you can say on your main island, I want this island to have 20 tools in reserve. And then anytime that island gets over 20 tools, it will export the additional tools to whatever other island needs them. And it works beautifully. It's so nice. Because I can set reserves on all my islands for all the resources that they need themselves. And then if there's another island developing that needs those, I'll set the reserve lower, so they'll start importing them, and the ships just take care of everything automatically. It's so nice. Like, it's honestly gonna be kind of hard to go back to like older Anno games now, because I really, really love this system that they introduced in this. So yeah, that smoothed over one of my major issues with this game when I played it originally. So we'll see how it goes from there. Looks like a combination of Fallout and SimCity. Yeah. The Civ kind of. It definitely feels like a builder in the Anno style. It's not really a survival deal. You're not really fighting your resources. Like, you don't really have to worry about your people starving, or like they're like hot islands and cold islands, and your people need like clothes for those, but they're not gonna die out in the sun or whatever. It's all based on happiness and whatnot. Before we leave, give me soft locks. It's easy to get yourself into a corner. They may have fixed that too. Because I know what you mean, but I think the main issue there is with research. But I think they overhauled the research system at some point, so you can't do that. Like, I don't think you can lock yourself out of technologies that you need to access additional technology. Yeah. Yeah, because once... Yeah, no. They fixed that. They definitely fixed that. I realize now, because on the initial island, there's no way you can't unlock the technologies needed to repair the boat. And then once you have the boat, like, you just need to hoover up the rest of the technology on the planet, and you don't need additional research to do that. So yeah, I think they fixed some of the research gating so that you can't soft lock yourself anymore. So, Railgrade is on sale. I do not know what that is. Interplanetary trade uses the same system as in you don't even need to change anything. Okay, that's really exciting to hear. So yeah, certain tech is now relegated to discoveries instead of research. Oh yeah, I noticed that. I noticed when I made it to a third island, I got a discovery that unlocked a special building just because I got there, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure y'all noticed you can vote now. We have 6 options. I went over them on Friday, but I'll go over them again real quick. There's a decent chance that we finish Fallout 1 this week, and if we don't, we'll be tantalizingly close next week. We won't even need the full week to do it. So I went ahead and put up some options. I'm giving y'all a unique option this time. Something that I don't normally do because I've been enjoying Fallout so much, and it seems like people have been enjoying it as well. So if you take a look at our channel points down at the bottom, there's some new blazing red options for your that you can vote on. I brought back the 3 from last time. So Dark Souls, Thief, Deadly Shadows, and Kingsfield 2. So if you really want one of those next, they're there. But the unique thing, I'm giving y'all the chance to vote on Fallout 2. If you want, if you're really, really enjoying Fallout, we can jump directly into Fallout 2 after this, because honestly, I am having a fantastic time with this. I'm really, really enjoying it. Alternatively, if you want more CRPG action, but you don't want Fallout specifically, I put Icewind Dale on there that you can vote for as well. And then there at the bottom, there's a bit of a dark horse option, an older FPS that I've been wanting to play for a while called Tron 2.0. Which was originally conceived of as a direct sequel to the original Tron before Tron Legacy happened. And I think it's really good. I have a really good time with that. I think it's really neat. So those are your options, chat. You can vote for as many of them as you want. Just 1 vote per game, as usual. This vote will last all week. I'll call it at the end of Saturday's stream, and then we'll either start it. If we're done with Fallout, we'll start it on Monday. If not, we'll figure that out. Shadows, buddy, thank you so much for the bits. Chat never changes. Streamers wage chat to gather viewers and cheers. YouTube built an empire from... You've acquired your own sympathy cough. I am so sorry, Fury. I'm hoping this cough goes away soon. I'm not congested anymore. Of course, I say that now. By the end of the night, I may... But we'll see. I'm hoping, but yeah, I'm definitely hoping it goes away soon, because it's just annoying at this point. Stop putting such good games on votes. I don't know how, Fury. I genuinely don't know how. We talk about playing too many good games is the problem. I listen to chat too much. Maybe that's my problem. I listen to chat. I hear what y'all want to see. I offer you those alongside things that I want to do. And it seems like there's a lot of intersection between what you want to see and what I want to play. So don't put this shit on us. What's up, around the board? Just play all of them at the same time. Now that would be something. I saw a playthrough once. I forget where I saw it. It might have been on YouTube, of somebody playing all 3 of the SNES Mega Man X games simultaneously, like with the same inputs or something. You definitely do know how to stack votes against the games I want to see. Hey. I know how to cover for that too. We did play Romancing Saga, all right? We did do Romancing Saga of my own volition. Set up a game switcher that changes games every time you die. That would be funny. That would be funny to do like Dark Souls and Kingsfield and Thief and Tron. All simultaneously, and whenever I die in one, it swaps to another. Tron 2 is good, but it's old school FPS hard. I remember it being pretty challenging in parts. Yeah. I remember there being a couple stages I had to try a couple times, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Tie the vote so he commits to playing all 6 games in sequence. Shut up, Toast! God! You're not supposed to spill my secrets. Make a good game shuffler and be miserable. Yep. The real problem, the real tragedy is all the really good stuff I want to play is long, you know? Fallout 2, a note for those of you who may be interested in Fallout 2, Fallout 2 is fucking long. Fallout 1 is gonna take us 2, maybe 3 weeks. Fallout 2 is like 3 to 4 times bigger. It is a massive game because they didn't have to take all the time to prototype their game engine, their character system, all their mechanics. They just took everything they had from Fallout 1 and they just made the game that they wanted to make. And boy, howdy did they make a game. It is huge. Dark Souls is a big game, obviously. Even though I played it before, that one would take a while to go through. I don't remember how long Icewind Dale is. I don't think it's Fallout 2 big, but I feel like it might be bigger than Fallout 1. I can't remember exactly. Tron 2.0 is actually a pretty long game for an FPS. I remember that being a pretty chunky game. Honestly, the shortest one on there might be Thief Deadly Shadows. Now that I think about it. Because Thief Deadly Shadows is shorter than the other ones. Really dig the upgrade system in Tron 2.0. It's really neat. It's very neat, yeah. I like that one a lot. There's a lot of neat stuff you can do with that one. One I want to stream is that thing that lets you play all the Sonic games and changes every time you get a ring. But it gets more than a bit flickery whenever you're collecting a bunch of rings at once in multiple games. Oh, yeah. I imagine there's parts of that where it would just lose its mind. Saw a speedrunner beat the US versions of all 3 NES Castlevanias without getting hit. That is nuts. That is crazy. Fallout 1 releasing in 1997, kind of bonkers too, considering the state of graphics just a couple of years previous. Yeah, the mid-90s were kind of ridiculous for PC games. Like, the strides that developers made. I mean, didn't they start the decade in, like, VGA or something? And you're ending with, yeah, it's crazy. Just been replaying Ace Combat 3 and remembering how fucking rad it is. The strides also went to their heads. Well, it's hard to be mad at anybody for being too ambitious, really. Did we do Quake yet? No. I didn't stream Quake. I did a multiplayer. I did an off-stream multiplayer night of Quake. We went through the entire campaign in co-op. That was pretty fun. I would not be against doing that again. Quake's a great game. It would be messy and chaotic and fun. So that's my kind of thing. So anyway, let's play the video game. I do so love this video game and I would like to play it. Let's get into it. Been playing Forza Polpo, a cute first-person platformer on Steam inspired by Jumping Fly. Oh, that's cool. Forgot how surreal and creepy Ace Combat 3 also gets pretty quickly. Creepy? I've never known an Ace Combat game to be creepy. It's certainly tense. How does an Ace Combat game become creepy? That's interesting. So quick reminder for anybody who might have missed some of last week's Fallout. We found the water chip. We returned to Vault 13. Vault 13 is saved. Hooray! We did it. Kind of. Because when we made our report to the Vault Administrator, he's like, wait a second, this little super mutant thing doesn't seem quite right. So he's like, you know, you're a seasoned veteran of the waste now. Why don't you just go back on out there and, you know, take care of that whole super mutant thing for us, like you do. So that's what we're doing now. We know there are super mutants. We know from talking to Harold that there is some kind of military base that they are coming from. We know that the super mutants are kidnapping people. for nefarious purposes. But we don't know where the military base is, and we don't know of any of the true forces behind it. Those mutants weren't that super. If you can get System Shock 2 multiplayer to work, the netcode is screwy enough that it creates content. That is true, I understand. That is true. I did go through, it was 2 years ago now, wasn't it? Or was it just last year that we did System Shock 2? We had playthrough. If I was gonna play a game like that, it would be Deus Ex, I think. I've kind of low-key been looking for an excuse to play the original Deus Ex. System Shock Remaster has a release date. Holy shit. That's cool. Super mutants are scary if they have super metabolism. They must have super BO. Can you imagine standing next to one of those dudes? You can practically smell them through the screen. They look so I mean, like the first super mutant you talk to in the Necropolis that actually gets a portrait is the one that his like kid. Oh my god. So yeah, your first impression of the super mutants is not the best. Shot of them happily shooting dissidents and then waving the camera is so good. Yeah, they knew exactly what kind of tone they were going for with this game. Do the whole stream like that. Y'all do not have enough dragon coins. There are not enough dragon coins in this earth for that. By the way, in addition to voting for what we're gonna play possibly as soon as next week, there's a collection for Doom stream going on, and I imagine y'all probably want to throw in for that. It's gonna be a weird old Super NES RPG action thing called Dragon View. So don't y'all forget about that. That'll be a thing. All right, I think our last save was, yes, that's right. We emerged victorious from the vault. We went to Shady Sands, found out Tandy was in trouble. Accidentally murdered all the raiders. So that was the thing that happens. What do we need dragon coins for? I didn't catch that. I have a lot to waste. So around the board, if you go into the dragon coin thing, there's a collection. There's like a community challenge going on at the top of the dragon coin interface. Everybody can throw in, I think 2,000 coins per night to contribute to that. If y'all hit 300,000, I am honor bound to play Dragon View on the Super NES to completion. So yeah. It's Draken 2. Also, Shadows, thank you for the bits. I do really appreciate that. Anyway, Shady Sands, we're here. What do we have? We have... Oh, we're holding a bunch of stuff. I have energy weapons now. That's exciting. Okay, so... I think, chat. Fortunately for Oddish, honor is a bullshit concept. By what honor? All right, I think, chat, that what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna go over here. I think it's time to go visit the Brotherhood of Steel. Let's go see what they are up to. Because everything else we've been to was pretty much did. So we'll head in this weirdly direction. Yes, there is a max per day limit on the community challenges to prevent one person who's been around for years or whatever from just dumping their whole purse on it and defeating the purpose of doing a community thing. Oh, this is interesting. This map isn't actually big enough to display at modern widescreen resolutions correctly. So it's actually cut off. This is the entire map. It doesn't scroll. That's kind of cool. Language of the House of Oddish. Honor means bitch. Anyway, we're gonna shoot this thing in the eyes. And that's it, it's dead. We're kind of scary, chat. Our character's kinda OP at the moment. We're only level 8. And we are just fucking shit up left, right, and center. We got to chumping Rad Scorpion level? We did. Yeah, I assumed you meant jumping. This other weird stuff you see on the map is just there for flavor. If it doesn't have a green circle, I can't interact with it in a meaningful way. All right, welcome to welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel. These goofy bastards still have their illuminated texts and whatnot. Anyway, this is it. It's a hole in the dirt. Ah, hubris begging to get punished. We'll see. We'll see. I have some aspirations for tonight that may get us punished. Suddenly Deathclaws are here to remind you. We did kill a Deathclaw. We did kill the scary cave Deathclaw. You see Cabot, an initiate of the Brotherhood of Steel. Brace yourselves, chat.
Hello and welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel. May I ask your business here?
It's Bull from Night Court. I love this guy. I forget his actual name. It's just, I watched so much Night Court as a kid. I just know him as Bull. I mean, he's been in other things I like. He was like a villain in Babylon 5 or something. But Richard Mull, thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all have the proper respect for these people that I lack. Can I ask you a few questions?
I'm sorry, I really can't. They said not to. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, hello again. You decide what you wanted?
I guess I've changed my mind. I want to join the Brotherhood.
Well, I talked to the High Elder, and he said that not just anyone can join. He said you have to complete a quest first.
Did you do a quest before you joined?
Not exactly, but things are a bit different right now.
I'm going to annoy this guy. So tell me what's different.
I'm sorry, I really can't.
Yeah, if you annoy this guy too much, he just cuts off the conversation.
Well, you decide what you wanted?
Yeah, I want to join the Brotherhood.
Well, I talked to the High Elder, and he said,
yeah, like what?
The ruins of the Ancient Order that's south of here. You've got to go inside and bring back something that proves that you were there.
How will you know if it's from inside this place?
This place is high tech. There's things inside like you've never seen before. Oh, it's also radioactive.
Okay, I'll do it.
You'll do it? You will? Great. Just bring it back here. Good luck.
I can't believe it. They're sending him down there? You have something to say about this paladin? So he took the famous Glow quest. The Glow, what's that? The Glow, as it is known to topsiders, was supposedly a place where some of the most advanced weapons of that time were developed. At least that's what it says in the ancient writings. Now, as faster as any of us can tell, it's a big crater filled with rads. I think the elders send Brotherhood wannabes down there just to get rid of them. There was others before me. Others have tried. Never heard from them again. What should I watch for when I go down there? Well, to start, it's a good 18 days travel to the southeast from here, and then there's the radiation. There's a reason none of us have ever gone to the Ancient Order. If you don't have Rad-X, you'll be cooked before you even know what hit you. Let me get this straight. Why does the Ancient Order have two names? Most topsiders think it's just a big radioactive hole. Thus the name became the Glow, or some even call it the Hotspot. We in the Brotherhood know the truth. According to the ancient writings, this place was the source of all of our technology, and who knows what may still be there. All right, thanks for the info. Bye. What's up, Arcane? How you doing? Richard Mull was in Happy Days once, and welcome back, Cotter. That's awesome. It's so good that you can just lockpick the door if you have high enough skill and completely bypass the Glow. Fuck the Brotherhood of Steel, a bunch of reverse Luddites. Yeah. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the thing. However, the radiation is an issue. Because I don't have anything for that. We need Rad-X, as they said. And I don't think I've seen any at the moment. So, we're going to make a stop at the Boneyard. Time to go third ass. Uh-oh. Embrace the Glow. Oh boy, rad scorpions. And a dead guy. Not gonna lie, this is making me mildly want to get back into Fallout, but I also kind of want to try Breath of Fire 3. I keep hearing it's fucking awesome. Why not both? Do Breath of Fire 3, and then after that, if you're still of mind to, play some Fallout. Wow, that's a pack of 5 rad scorpions. It's pretty nuts. You have a Geiger counter so you can know you're dying at least. Breath of Fire 3 is your favorite one. I'm curious, chat, because Breath of Fire can't be too far away in Nintendo Power. When that shows up, are y'all gonna want to go through it? Because I've never played a Breath of Fire game. I just kind of missed out on those because I was a big old Squaresoft fanboy. I'm curious if I'm gonna need to budget some time for the early Breath of Fires. Breath of Fire 2, the retranslation is your favorite out of what you tried, but that's just out of 1 and 2. What a loaded question. I only know how to do loaded questions. That's just how I roll around here. Please play Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire 1's a little generic. Whee! Recall Breath of Fire 1 being pretty basic. Hop. Breath of Fire 2 is the game that introduced me to Killing God. They are good games. Please consider playing. Oh, I'll definitely consider. I'll consider very strongly, in fact. Give me your... God. Fallout 2 adds a take all button, and I am missing it so much right now. I want that take all button desperately. All right, Boneyard. 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 Boner yard. This should be fine. All right, it's Los Angeles, chat. We've finally made it back to Los Angeles, the playground of America. Let's go to Aditum. You better put your weapons away while you're here, no problem. I am fine with that. All right. Let's pop a save real quick since we actually made it here. I think you can't not play it. It's such a seminal game for the SNES and the industry as a whole. I will accept that answer. That sounds good. So when you play Breath of Fire 2, go for the fan translation. I beg you, the original translation is nigh incomprehensible at points. Okay. If it's something that we should give a full playthrough to, I'm not against that. Let's see. You see a regulator, one of the guards of Aditum. This is a fenced village patrolled by guards, and it waits defiantly to the south. Can I ask you a few questions? What do you want to know? What do you do here? I'm one of the regulators. It's our job to keep peace in Aditum and to protect the town. Our boss, Caleb, could tell you more. Can you tell me more about the Boneyard? East of us are the followers. There are a bunch of peace nuts. East are the Blade, a bunch of skags, if you ask me. Way south of here is the cathedral, where the children have their religious center. How can I get inside? Sorry, we have to be careful of strangers around here. Too dangerous. Maybe you can do some work for Zimmerman. What do you know about the children of the cathedral and the followers of the apocalypse? They're both groups of nuts. The followers want everything to be peaceful and happy. They don't realize the world is too harsh for that. The children have some sort of god they worship in their cathedral of the south. They have a hospital, but they're a little too weird to be on the level. One of the big 3 JRPG series. All right. What's going on here anyway? Who's this guy? Stern man in his 30s. I like that. Good day. Maybe with some assistance? You have the look of someone important. I'm Caleb. I train and organize the regulators here. Can you tell me a little about Aditum? Nice enough town. Me and the regulators work hard to keep it that way. Anyone in particular want to know about? Who runs Aditum? Who run Bartertown? Aditum here is run by John Zimmerman. He's an upright fella, takes good care of the town. You should go and see him. Anything else? You tell me what's going on here in the Boneyard? Yeah, I guess you got the Blades up north, pretty pathetic herd of people, and the Gun Runners a little north, and ways to the east through the Deathclaw Playground. The what? Also ways to the south of here, you got the Children of the Cathedral, run a hospital and a big church. Up a little bit to the north and to the east, you got the loony followers of the apocalypse. We're all peace types. What's the history behind the regulators? We're the police force for Aditum. Most folks around here know enough not to cause any trouble. Tell me more about the children, the followers. Children Cathedral live in this big black church type building. There's some sort of big god. They go around trying to convert people to their cult. Where can I find Zimmerman? Find him in the big building in the southwest. He might be able to put enough sentences together to let you know that we're looking for some help with the Blades. What's going on with the Blades? They've done something to Zimmerman's half-witted son, but like I said, go talk to Zimmerman about it. All right, I get the picture. Probably suggest you play as much as you want to play. Like, you were so gung-ho for Alpha Centauri, and there was like meh or other JRPGs whose name escapes me. I think that's just kind of how I'm gonna approach everything from now on. Like, I was honestly coming to Fallout with the same perspective. Like, if Fallout ended up being really boring for me or y'all, I was just gonna pass on it and move on to something else. So I'm willing to give anything a try these days. I'm willing to jump into anything with the intent of doing a full playthrough, but the willingness to drop it if it's just not holding our attention. Yeah, this game has multiple types of popo. You like Wild Arms 1 quite a bit, so I might give 2 a shot. So we're gonna be short food again. These are the inhabitants of Aditon. I think, okay, one of these big buildings is gonna be Zimmerman's place. We're watching you. That's probably Zimmerman's place down there. What is this? That's just a house, okay. They've got this place like double fenced off, like seriously hardcore. But that's an inhabitant. Is this Zimmerman? Middle-aged man, civilian clothing. What do you want? Who are you? John Zimmerman, mater of Aditum. What's it to you? I don't like your attitude, old man. Your guard said you had a job for me. I might. Have you ever dealt with a vicious murdering band of thieves before? What is it out here? Is there any place in the wasteland that doesn't have a gang problem? You dealt with gangs before? You could say that. Good, then you know how ruthless and bloodthirsty they can be. The Blades are the worst of them all, I'm afraid. We're a humble, God-fearing town that's only trying to survive, and these monsters prey on us. He whispers under his breath, and our children. What do you mean prey on you? Well, the regulators keep them from attacking us outright. It's all they can do to keep our little community safe. They try to sneak in at night to kill our citizens or to kidnap our children. He stops for a moment to compose himself before continuing. Just last week, one of them burst through the north gate in the middle of the night with dynamite strapped to his body to blow up the regulators' barracks. No doubt to weaken us enough so that they could launch a full-scale attack. What happened to him? Luckily, the regulators killed him before he could complete his plan. I saw the body myself. Interesting. I see. What would you like me to do about it? I'll give you 2,000 caps to kill their leader. I want that. Ooh. You seem to have something personal against her. She had my son kidnapped, tortured, and killed. They left him impaled on a post right outside the gates. Okay, I'll take the job. Thank the gods, finally my son shall be avenged. The Blades camp is in the north of here. Come back when you've done the job. Yikes. This is some serious shit. Good day, if that is what you can call it. What's down here, anyway? It's a place. It's a place full of stuff, as it turns out. Curious, is Otis taking bloody mess, not asking for any reason? No, I did not. I felt like that was gonna get old if I did that. Yeah, I took actual useful perks. Though small frame has been biting me in the ass a bit. Can you maybe, like, get the fuck out of my way? Playing a proper build, not a meme build. Yeah, sorry to disappoint everybody, but... are there other people around here worth talking to? It's a regulator. A lot of just random civilians wandering around. This guy looks important. Thin man in a white schmuck. I don't believe we met. I'm Miles. What can I do for you? That smock makes you look like a scientist. What are you studying? I'm a chemist. Mostly I make primer and powder so we can reuse the brass casings from bullets, but I also dabble with some other chemicals. Where do you get the sulfur, potassium, nitrate, and other chemicals? It's unusual to find someone who can appreciate chemistry, but to answer your question, some of the materials we get from hub merchants. Others I manufacture or just find in the area. For instance, the dung heaps from the Brahmin are a good source, as well as some of the strains of fungus that I cultivate. What other chemicals do you work with? I've been trying to get some strong acids so that Smitty can use them for etching. Also been trying to make some permanent dyes and inks, but without access to natural inks, it's difficult. Thanks for the information. Anytime. When he's finished, we should make a note of how Bloody Mess changes the ending. Trying to remember, I don't think I've ever actually beaten the game with Bloody Mess. You see mushrooms. This table planter has been filled with dung and mushrooms are happily growing in it. That's nice. It always would come across certain a blaster and get criticals with another weapon's often enough to scratch our bloody mess. I have been messing some people up, to be fair. Like, I blew that death claw completely in half. I wasted those super mutants in a particularly grotesque way. This guy, somebody. See a dark-skinned man adorned with bright scarves and trinkets. That's exciting. Have you beaten the game as an evil prick? Yes. Yes, I have. I've beaten this game several times as a good person, and I beat it one time as the evilest scum-sucking piece of shit I could be. Hello, stranger. May I be of service? I'm getting to know the people of Aditum. I'm called Chuck. Welcome to Aditum. I'm afraid that most of these people aren't too forthcoming as strangers, though. Yeah, I noticed. People of Aditum have much to do in a normal day. They do not want their work to be found wanting at the end of the day. Things do seem a little quiet around here. The regulators make sure of that. People of Aditum sometimes suffer because of their strict rules. You're okay with this? Since I wish to stay here, I accept the regulators as part of that which is Aditum. However, I do what I can to lighten their lives. You do not seem to agree with what they do. The regulators protect their own interests, and I must respect that. I don't necessarily agree with that view, but I can understand it. Oh, then you have seen it's not Bloody Mess exclusive. Okay, cool. What is this? You see Lorraine, a scav from Aditum. Are you new here? Yeah, I am. I'm called Barry. I'm Lorraine. Can I ask you a few questions? What do you need to know? Can you give me some information about the Boneyard? It used to be a big city called Los Angeles, but the bombs hit really hard. Now there's just the Angel's Boneyard. We out-of-towners are just trying to survive in the wreckage. Tell me more about Los Angeles? Lots of people lived here. From what I hear, the survivors hid in a big place called a vault and came out years later. Some of them started the regulators and then founded Aditum, while the others formed the Blades. The gun runners aren't from here originally. Where is this vault? Supposedly it was somewhere south of here, but I don't really know. I think everyone left because it was broken. Tell me about the other residents of Aditum. I don't think I've spoken to Tyne. Tyne runs the shop. It's in the bunker near the gate. Trades with hub merchants for us. Tell me about Zimmerman. Zimmerman watches over town. He makes sure that everyone gets fed and that everyone has a job to do. Caleb is the leader of the regulators. His job to protect Aditum. Seems to enjoy it a little more than he should. Miles, our resident chemist. Miles makes bullets, and he also built the water distiller to make sure we get clean water from the well. He's working on an underground farm right now, but he's missing some parts. Angel's Boneyard is a way cooler name. Yeah, I like that a lot. Smitty's a tinker of sorts. He's good at repair work. He casts bullets and fixes broken stuff around town. Okay. What do you do for a living? I'm Scav. I work as Samael to collect stuff from the ruins so we can use it to build or trade. How many Scavs are there? Half a dozen of us. Samael was the first one. He's still the best. Interesting. Thanks. Nice talking to you. This looks like a store. Large muscular man. What can I do for you? May I ask your name? Everyone just calls me Smitty, probably because I'm a local blacksmith. Ask you a few questions. Where'd you get all your shop equipment? Any competent blacksmith can make his own anvil. Of course, I really just sort of learned the craft by practice, but I made most of my own tools. What all do you make here? Make and repair tools and implements here. Also fix things for the hub merchants. With the help of Miles, the chemist, I reload bullets from time to time. You make guns and bullets. Building guns and making shells takes machining. I just don't have the tools for that. With the help of Miles, the chemist, I can reload old brass since I can cast bullets. What's he got to sell anyway? Not much. Hang on. Does he have a different interface for barter or something? I'd like to buy something. I recommend you check out Tyne's store. Okay. So he's not actually a trader. He's just maintaining stuff. Well, let's go visit Tyne, I suppose. You seen Dark and Darker's closed alpha beta? Looks so. I have not even heard of that. What is it? Dark and Darker is an interesting name. Hello, stranger. What can I do for you today? My name's Barry. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Tyne. Ask about the hub merchants. Do some trading with them. Sell bullets in exchange for food. What's your take on Aditum? Ain't a bad little town. Zimmerman's a fair man. Maybe not the brightest guy. We got Miles. Probably the only man 100 miles who knows anything about science. Let's trade. Grimdark Fantasy Tarkov, for lack of better terms. Interesting. Probably not my kind of... Probably not my style of game, but this man sells stim packs, dynamite, flares, and plastic explosives. Plastic explosives are like extra powerful dynamite. Which, yeah, duh, but in game mechanic terms, that's also what it is. Maybe his tables and shelves have different stuff. Maybe he just really likes explosives. Oh, no, here we go. Bullets, flamethrower fuel. That is a plasma grenade we haven't seen before. And Nuka-Cola. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Wow, that's it? Okay. Cool, dude. Cool story. Now, you might have noticed there's actually two grids leading out of here. This one is brown, this one is green. Green grids take you to other locations within the same area. The brown grid takes you back out to the world map. So this will take us to a different part of the Boneyard. To me, am I the thing that doesn't belong? It's me, isn't it? The signs of gang activity are evident in the partially rebuilt nightclub and tiny outposts here. I see a member of the Blades. He doesn't look very threatening. See ya. Gotta go. Nice weather we are having today. Okay. Okay. Ah, maybe that's why it's called the Blades. And an advertisement for Blades brand razor blade. What a boring ass name for your razor blade company. Blades. Just experiment to try to make Nuka grenades. Can't blame him for trying. Yeah. Fortunately, he's about what, 100, 150 years ahead of his time. I like to see how he stocks his store using one of those ladders. Like, you can't one-hand that ladder at all, especially when you're carrying high explosives. Hello, lad. What might you be looking for today? Who are you? Well, I'm McCrae. I help the Blades some against the Deathclaws and that Regulator bunch. Teach them a bit about protecting themselves against those nasties. What kind of stuff do you teach them? Well, my specialty is fighting with my fists and taking a punch or two more than the guy throwing them at me. Sounds like a dumb idea. I'd rather use a gun. Can I ask you something else? What can you tell me about the Blades? Good group of people is what the Blades are. Stuck here between the damn Regulators and the Deathclaws. Ain't meant the happiest life for them, but they survive. Thanks for the info. Well, that's a little different than the picture. Where'd my hair go? A little different than the picture that Zimmerman was painting for us. Name of a vampire hunter company, the Razor Blades are just cover. I can see some tech bro shaving at Blades. I see Dugan, craver of Nuka-Cola. Yes? What do you do around here? I pontificate on life a lot, and I help the Blades understand the true meaning of Nuka-Cola. What's so good about Nuka-Cola? It is the stuff of life. Well, actually, if I don't drink it on an hourly basis, I get a splitting headache. How much of that stuff do you drink? About 5 liters a day. Is that all? It doesn't seem to help anyone that much. So? Ask you something else? Who's in charge around here? Razor's the woman you want to talk to. Ah, Razor. Razor, leader of the Blades. Beautiful woman with a sad look in her eyes. That's probably who we're looking for. Oh wait, there's an intense young man over here. Hello, I don't think I've seen you around here before. Can I help you with anything? Who are you? I'm Michael. My wife Christine and I live here as Blades and help with what we can. Can you tell me a little bit about the Boneyard? South is Aditum. Over the northeast, you find the Gun Runners. You have to get through the Deathclaws to get to them. West is followers of the Apocalypse. And the far south, I've heard there's some kind of church. Why do y'all live here? It's not as bad as it seems. The regulators and the death claws can cause problems, but our leader Razor has helped us a great deal over the past months, and more recently, McRae has been showing us how to protect ourselves better. Sounds like my high school Dr. Pepper habit. My girlfriend in college had a Dr. Pepper problem. Hopefully she kicked it at some point. All of these seem like generic members of the Blade, so let's go talk to the pretty lady, I guess. These guys seem not dangerous. I know, right? Don't seem like the kind of folks that stick heads on pikes and the like. Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine. Oh god. Okay, I think we have a little traffic jam here. I think this guy wants to go in, and I think this guy wants to go out, and they can't. And they're too busy talking about the nice weather we are having today. So we might just need to hang out for a bit. Just feeling self-conscious about your root beer love? Don't worry about it, Arcane. It's fine. It's a pretty benign vice, all things considered. Should fixate on better soda. Hello. Can I help you? Are you the leader of this gang? Gang? We're hardly a gang, but I'm the one they come to for direction. I feel like Zimmerman sent me as a really bad opener, but... What did he... Okay, to pay you back for killing his son. What the fucking piece of shit bastards? I'll kill them. I'll send them all to hell. Who are you gonna send to hell? The regulators. They were the ones that killed Josh. I never would do anything to hurt Josh. It's the regulators who are running at him, not Zimmerman. Why would the regulators kill Zimmerman's son? What's up, Zem? How you doing? What are we hanging out for? We're just chilling with the Blades, who we were sent to kill, but it turns out may be the victims of a setup here. Josh lived here with me, I mean us. He knew the truth behind what was going on. The regulators told him if he ever tried to contact his father or return to Adytum that they would kill him. They laughed at him. They were so sure he couldn't get to his father. They killed him? What did he do? Late one night, he tried to sneak into town to tell his father what was really going on. I was monitoring the regulators' radio transmissions that night he got caught. Here, it's all in this holodisk. Why haven't you given this to Josh's father? It's not like any of us can even get close to Adytum. We'd be shot dead before we even reach the gates. Why don't I give him the disc? You'd risk your life to help us? Sure, anything to help. I'm not so sure it would help without the threat of violence to back it up. What we really need are some weapons from the gun runners. Where are these gun runners? Why don't you get some weapons from them? They're a little to the east of here, but there's a Deathclaw nest between us and them. We've never even spoken with any of the gun runners. Okay, give me the holodisk. I'll go talk to the gun runners before I approach Zimmerman. Thank you. This could really help us. Good luck. Okay, so totally just turn this quest on its head. So the regulators, believe it or not, chat, I know this one's a bit of a stretch. The police might be the bad guys in this situation. I know, crazy, but stay with me for a second here. So the regulators have control of Adytum. Zimmerman's the leader, but it sounds like the regulators are manipulating him. His son knew the truth and got out and was living with the Blades, tried to get back in to warn his dad, regulators killed him, and then pinned that on the Blades. Yeah, Manic, that doesn't really work. Yeah, that's a bad acronym, that one. How can Emilio and Kiefer be the bad guys are always the good guys? Look at Jack Bauer and the Code from the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, well. I have some bad news about what they get up to in their off time. So, we have a disc. Not that disc, the other disc. Let's use it and get some experience, because that's a thing that happens. Let's pop this bad boy open. Regulator transmission. Regulator's radio transmission log. Message sent. Regular patrol to regular base, come in. Do you copy? Over. This is regular base. Principal regular Caleb responding. Report. Sir, yes, sir. Regular second class. Cravata reporting. We've apprehended the Zimmerman boy trying to infiltrate our perimeter again, sir. Orders? Shit, again. Well, that's the last time that's gonna happen. Eliminate him and make it look like the Blades did it. Understood? Sir, did I copy correctly, sir? Kill him? That's affirmative, Regulator, and I want it messy. Impale him on the guard post out front. Oh, and cut out his tongue so he can't talk while we attempt to save his sorry ass. It shall be done, sir. Over. So, yeah. These guys are bad news. So, we could take this back to Zimmerman. Spoiler alert. If we take this straight back to Zimmerman and give him the disc, and I'm like, dude, these regulators are fucked up, the regulators will turn on him like that and just kill him and lock down the town. So, what Razor is proposing is that I go to the gun runners. I work out a thing with them to get guns for the Blades, and then the Blades can be the muscle to prevent the regulators from just locking down the town when Zimmerman finds out what's really going on. Regulators sounds like a bunch of alt-right militia LARPing turds. I mean, that's pretty close to what they are in this. I am proposing, Naren, I am proposing we go fast and furious. I am proposing we run guns. But to do that, though... Oh, that's an ironic name for this. We got to get through here. There are death claws here. There are a number of death claws. Now, we just got to get across there. And, nice little thing about the way the combat in this game works. If I initiate combat, it will give me the outlines for the nearby enemies. It looks like there's only 2 death claws here. I'm kind of curious. Like, I don't really have a sneak skill. My sneak is 24%, but I can try taking the long way around here and see if they don't see me. And if they do see me, we can try and kill them. Oh god, no, I don't want to be a dumb CIA plot to validate themselves. Actually, Breath of Fire 2, one worry I do, as I recall, especially early game, the difficulty is just kind of all over the place. I mean, we are not going to be getting to Breath of Fire 2 for a very long time. We haven't even hit Breath of Fire 1 in Nintendo Power yet, so those will all be concerns for the distant future. All right, well, we made it. You see a warehouse to the north with a moat of glowing goo around it. Yeah, that looks pretty radioactive. Don't stand in it, moron. Jesus Christ. You see dead body. It looks as if the person died very painfully. Slurp that jello. This is, yep, this is the slurp juice that NFTs are made from. That's why it's radioactive. What's your business here? I need to speak to your boss. It's very important. Okay, Gabriel will talk to you. Go on in. It's pretty straightforward. Let's make sure we actually get across this correctly. Someone who played this with Sneak Tag, I can tell you, apparently doesn't do much based on how well you sneak without investing in it. I honestly wasn't expecting it to go like this, but yeah, every time I've actually used Sneak in this, it's just worked. So, yeah. All right, welcome to Gun Runners. They run guns. That's kind of their thing. You see a gun runner, you see a typical gun runner, you see a large, well-armed man. Typical gun runner, typical. This guy's not so typical. Hi, I'm Zach. You want to buy weapons? Let me see what you have to trade. Can you give me a discount? Yeah, well, until Gabriel says so, you gotta pay full price like everybody else. Well, show me what you have anyway. What have we got here? We've got missiles. Missiles are always fun. Minigun ammo. Plasma nades, normal. Ooh, you see plasma rifle. How much do you want for a plasma rifle? That's an extremely affordable plasma rifle. They have a minigun. 120 rounds of 5mm jacketed hollow point. That's also not very expensive. Power cells, assault rifle. Ooh, power fist. If you tag melee in the... No. If you tag unarmed in this game, this is your endgame weapon right here. It is a powered punch fist of doom. Combat shotgun, some more basic stuff. How much do they want for combat armor? That's a much more reasonable price for combat armor. This is probably where we're gonna get outfitted. Ooh, it's a Ripper. A Ripper is a powered melee weapon. It's basically like one of those like, it's basically like a little handheld chainsaw. As I'm a cheating bastard, I'm giving all my settlers in Fallout 4 Gatling lasers to defend my settlements. Why not? Why not? Live your best life. Zach is one of the few merchants in the game to have a replenishing supply of caps for you to dump all the equipment you load your companions with. Chainsword, there you go, Dave. Yeah, it's a 40k chainsword, basically. I would like to get rid of some of this stuff, honestly. Because I'm carrying a bunch of heavy things, and I've got this laser, I've got this stuff, but if I could skip straight to plasma rifle, that would be helpful. Because I can't actually use energy weapons yet. I mean, I can, but they'll probably backfire on me. It's not often we get visitors. How can I help you? What is it you do here? We manufacture weapons and ammunition. We've been at this for the last 30 years. The last 10 have been hell. Why is that? We stripped the area surrounding our factory of all the scrap metals that were left after the war. Now we have to rely on Additum to supply us with raw materials. What's so bad about Additum supplying you with your material? At first, it was fine. They supplied us with raw materials we manufactured and sold the weapons. And 3 years ago, Zimmerman hired some mercenaries to help protect Additum from the Deathclaw and the odd random attacks by raiders. These regulators are cold-hearted bastards and are squeezing us for all we have. We make the guns and they get rich off of it. That's rough. What would you take? What would you give me to take care of Deathclaw? If you get rid of the Deathclaws once and for all, you can name your price. I have some friends who could really use some of your weapons. You clear out the Deathclaws, all of them, and you got yourself a deal. Okay, I'll do it. Oh shit, chat. I could become famous. How about that? We got any trigger happy mods in chat at the moment? Now's your chance. Thank you much. Arcade, what have you done? When I said when I said trigger happy, I didn't mean it. Oh, y'all. Yep, little too trigger happy. That was really funny though. Yep, going scorched earth there. All right, let's do this thing. I'm gonna slap this in as backup. Yeah, it's got armor piercing. I think armor piercing is better for Deathclaws because they're basically like big fucking tanks. So let's see if we can do this. Oh, wow. Thanks, game. That's super fucking cool. Yeah, just dropped me literally right in front of it. I was critically hit for 1 hit point, chat. Boy, I need some serious crits on this guy. 39 is not gonna do it. These things have like 200 hit points. Fortunately, the crits aren't going crazy here. Hitting the eyes for 18 hit points. This is not good. This is no, I didn't want that. Critically hit for 22 hit points, bypassing your armor, blow knocks you off your feet. Yeah. All right, let me inject some drugs into my eyeballs. That should be fine. Should reload while I have a chance. These things have so many action points is the thing. I just need like 2 or 3 good crits on him. 75 is good. 75 is pretty good. He's looking severely wounded. What I'm really happy about is the second one didn't aggro. The second one's just letting him do his thing. Boom! Ain't nothing left after that. Combat cannot end with hostile creatures nearby. Yeah, you didn't notice that. All right, I got 1,000 experience for blowing that guy apart. Now, let's inject some more drugs into our eyeballs. Let's blow up the other one. How much was that last hit? 108 hit points, chat. I got a crit to the eyes for 108 hit points. Now, just as a reminder, the 223 pistol's base damage is 20 to 30. When you get crits in this game, they can go absolutely hog wild. All right, so here's my question. Can I get a good crit on you from... No. I gotta get closer. I'm not sure how close I can get. I mean, that's something. 75. I'm gonna take this one. Is that... Wait a minute. That looked really weird. I think this Deathclaw is bugged. There's like 2 co-locating. I think I'm gonna get a free Deathclaw kill here. Yeah, we'll kill one and free the other. 90 hit points on that one. When Deathclaw just explodes out of the other. Yeah, I think maybe they spawned wrong. Like, they spawned on top of each other, so they can't move until one of them dies. I thought it was weird that there were only 2 Deathclaws on this map. That didn't seem right. This may take a while, chat. Okay, that's one down. Yeah, that freed the other one. Okay. So there were 3 Deathclaws, but one was stuck inside the other one. 17 hit points. We're just getting started on this guy. Ow. Ow! God, you piece of shit. I'm gonna give myself some space here. Deathclawception. All right, they have a comparable amount of action points to me. 36 hit points. Yeah, we need to be doing better than that. Yeah. That was a nice dodge followed by a really bad faceplant. $88 is good. Yeah, the result is massive. Okay, Deathclaw is almost dead and has crippled limbs. I think we may have blinded it. Not that it cares. That must be why we're actually getting dodges on this guy. There we go. All right, I got 2,000 experience for that. I don't even need this SMG anymore, honestly. All right, I think that's everybody. I think that was it. I think there were 3 Deathclaws, and we did it. See if there's any loot hanging around in here. Bullets and booze. Love it. Behind every Deathclaw-sized object is a Deathclaw-sized Deathclaw, including behind each other. All right, I think we've accomplished what we need to. Oh, wait. There's stairs down here. Why are there stairs down here? I'm gonna save. There might be more Deathclaws down here. Fucking mother Deathclaw. Okay. All right, more drugs. I honestly can't believe they didn't add some kind of addiction or at least some minor drawback to regular stim packs. You can just slam these things as hard as you want, and it just doesn't matter. Mother Deathclaw has very good sight. Mother Deathclaw will see you from a mile away. I have a 50% chance to hit her at all. Okay. I'm going to bring her back here. I'm going to make her fight me in the light so I can actually see enough of her to shoot her. The thing is, I don't want to go too far, because if I go too far, I won't have any space to back up anymore, and she will fuck me up real bad. Because Mother Deathclaw, unsurprisingly... Ah, that's still only a 6% chance. 90 hit points is a really good start. But she's just wounded. Mother Deathclaw is a bit hardier than the other ones. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ! $17. Yeah, I probably should have taken that perk that tells me how many hit points enemies have. Oh my god! Oh, gee. Okay, we're almost dead. Into the inventory. Drink deep of the drugs. Alright, throw some more bullets on here. And then get out of this corner, I guess. It's always a bad sign when you go sliding across the floor. $36 hit points. Okay. She's now severely wounded, but unfortunately so am I. And she's got enough action points to hit me like thrice. Ooh, that was a nice dodge. Unfortunately, I need more drugs. It's a lot of damage. 81 hit points. Okay, this... She's almost dead. Alright. Alright, home stretch, chat. Just don't get eviscerated. Just keep getting up. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, Christ. I'm gonna risk it. Five hit points. I survived with 5 hit points. God, I got lucky there. Holy shit, I got lucky there. Toying with you like she's a cat. I mean, honestly, like half of her face is hanging off right now. So, I think she wants this over as much as I do. RNGesus decided to go the way of Nuffle. Stop doing that. Stop, it's real. Oh, that's bad. You got crit for 39 hit points. That's the bad one, when you get hit so hard you go sliding across the floor and have to get up on your turn. Stop being so easy to knock down. Yep, going through the armor like tinfoil. Okay. All right, come on, man. We got it. We got it. Oh God, 74% chance. I need those big crits though. That wasn't big enough. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. 88%. Ah, she's got to be hanging on by like a thread. But then again, so am I. No, we died. Took a crit for 27.
Life ends in the wasteland.
Oh my God. Woof. All right. Spoopy basement indeed. Let's try that again. The fact that Chris could completely ignore armor no matter how good it might be means low HP runs are super RNG dependent. Yeah. Yeah. But by the same token, it's also what makes them possible too. Because the enemies are beholden to exactly the same things that you are. All right, it seems like the lighting in here doesn't actually make a difference. Like I'm gonna be up against like an 88% chance to hit her in the eyes no matter what. So I'm just gonna let her approach. This is probably really dumb, but I'm gonna do it. 84 hit points. All right. All right. All right. That was a good opening. 11 damage total off of 4 hits is really, really lucky. Not a big crit though. Can't kill her with a gun. Grenades to make a dent might be another way. Maybe I would need to pick some up. Ow. I would need to pick some up. And then I would need to actually hit her with them. Oh shit, that stunned her. Okay, well I'll accept that. I wish I'd realized that stunned her. Every time I went against Deathclaws on the original Fallout, I popped every drug I had in a way that made Hunter S. Thompson. Man, that's a bit excessive. All right, I'm gonna walk all the way over here. Make her come to me. She'll probably still get a swing. Just, ow. 18 fucking hit points, man. 78. Okay. That's pretty good. Why don't fucking... I just searched the Deathclaw. Why the fuck did that happen? I guess she was stunned. I guess she was stunned for that turn. I guess Deathclaws don't have a collapsed and not dead sprite. They just stand there staring at you. That might be another stun. It is. Okay, so when it says the slipping past the huge claws to strike the monster, Deathclaw shakes and growls, that means I'm getting a stun on her. Super overpowered dart gun in Fallout 3 really spoils you. Deathclaw, you can outrun is much less of a threat. Okay. 26 hit points, serious wound is inflicted. We're back to almost dead. Yeah, I didn't get very far. Ow. 40 hit points. I have 2 hit points left. She critted me for fucking 40. Bet you wish you had some drugs, don't you, Deathclaw? Man, a coked out Deathclaw would be fucking terrifying. Talk about living on the edge. No! Shit! I'm gonna lose all my AP for this. Okay, I still have... Okay. This is kind of dumb. I still have enough to make an aimed shot, but I won't be able to get away. Oh! There we go. That's what I needed. How many hit points was that? 66. All right, we did it. Yeah, so satisfying. So damn satisfying. I don't think... Yeah, she doesn't have anything. I think the only other thing we need to do is bust the eggs down here, but we did get a level. We did get a level. We do get another... Okay, we get another perk. I'm wondering... This isn't when you get tag. You get tag at 12. Shit. Let's see. I've got more crits in Swift Learner. I can take more crits again. Or I could take better crits. What was the enemy HP thing you were talking about earlier? That was awareness. You're more likely to notice details about people. Awareness will give more detailed information about them when you perform an examine. By default, if you examine an enemy in combat, it tells you they are unharmed, they are wounded, they are severely wounded, they are almost dead. You only get 4 general states. With awareness, you will get their actual hit points if you examine them, which is good, but it's not better than the other stuff I could be taking right now. Better crits in particular. The critical hits you cause in combat are more devastating. You gain a 20% bonus on the critical hit table. So this one, we've already reached 17% of the point challenge thing in less than an hour and a half. Nice. I'm probably gonna take better criticals because this means when I do get crits, they're more likely to be the absolutely devastating, like 100-point damage ones. Yeah, you don't need to know HP if it's dead. Yeah, I put up the challenge on Saturday, so this is technically night 2 of that, so. All right, getting better crits. More crits, better crits, fast learner, swift learner. I don't really need anything else, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in energy weapons, because that's where we're going next. Still got a couple levels until, yeah. You see a Deathclaw egg. Let's talk to it. He looks unhurt. Well, not for long. Yesterday does not feel like it was Sunday for some reason. Probably because of New Year's. Let's do an aimed attack on the egg. Should we shoot the shell, 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 or should we risk it all and hit the shell? I had totally forgotten this was in here. Can those eggs spawn a Deathclaw? No, it's not like that. We just need to break. We need to break these as part of the quest to ensure the Deathclaws won't come back. Deathclaw egg was hit in the shell for 27 points and was killed. Actually, I could probably just punch these things. For being honest here. Actually, I only have a 61% chance to hit them. Sorry, 56% chance to hit them. There we go. The egg groin, the butt of the egg. I'm doing all my fancy kung fu moves and it's amounting to nothing. There we go. All right. I'm victorious in combat. I earned 20 experience points. All right, I think that's it. I think that's the quest. I think we can go back and we're good with the gun runners now. Barry, that was embarrassing. Look, I'm not the hand-to-hand bruiser type, okay? We may end up doing that in Fallout 2, if that wins the vote. By the way, if you come in late tonight and you got some channel points to burn, we're voting on what we're gonna play after Fallout. We got 6 excellent options, including Fallout 2, if y'all wanna go straight into the next game. You're welcome to vote for as many options as you want. I just asked 1 vote per game, please. I need to speak to Gabriel. It's very important. I remember you going in. Martial arts champ Barry is not. Melee and hand-to-hand stuff are pretty fun in these games, especially Fallout 2. Fallout 2 actually gives you like special moves, special hand-to-hand moves to do as you put points into it, which is really, really fun. It was really unfortunate that Fallout 3 actually stepped back from that and didn't even let you make aimed attacks with melee and unarmed. That was like super disappointing to me. What do you think you're doing? I'm running around in here. Okay, that apparently wasn't all of them somehow. Because he still wants me to do the quest. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, I get a discount now. That's nice. Like, how much of a discount are we talking here? A pretty big one. Pretty big damn discount. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna trade up my armor. Because this thing is so fucking heavy. It's weird that the quest hasn't been cleared, but we're already getting a discount on things. I guess that's just how it works. That. Give me that. I want that. It ain't cheap, but nothing ever is. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. All these. That's a pretty good place. Is one of these? Wow, okay. Plasma pistol's worth a lot. Is this worth more? That's worth way more. Holy shit. Oh, I can get rid of one of these. I mean, honestly, eventually I'm gonna get rid of both of these. Because I'm gonna go for the plasma rifle instead. Try giving him money. That's a thought too. Can I actually? The main thing is I want to get as much stuff out of my inventory right now as I can to help with the weight issues. Money is for collecting, not spending. Yeah. My money is my score in this game. It's how well I'm doing. All right, we'll keep the plasma pistol for now. Honestly, not gonna need that. This doesn't make a difference. All right, math is hard. I think I need to get rid of, like, drop off like 900. Oh, wow, hey. That about nailed it. There we go. I'm giving away that stuff. I get that. Okay, that's a good trade. All right. Oh my god, dude. Combat armor is so much lighter. It's 20 pounds. But you know what? That's fine. Oh, that was beautiful. That's what we needed. And it's got excellent absorption for a lot of stuff. Okay. Now, why isn't this quest over? I guess let's go back and see if we can find another Deathclaw co-locating into a wall or something. Maybe there was another one in the corner of the map that I didn't see. I did find it kind of odd that there was no pop-up saying, like, you did what the Gunrunners asked you to, or whatever. I'm not seeing any red outlines, is the thing. There's a dead guy. Never noticed him. He has junk. Bottom left? Did you see that on the bottom left? Come on, Barry. Everyone has junk when you think about it. Not here. Hopefully those bugged out Deathclaws over here didn't break the quest. The old Fallouts are very janky games. Unfortunately, sometimes things just break. I mean, we killed Mama Deathclaw. She is super dead. Of that, there can be no doubt. I mean, there's nothing else showing up. That's unfortunate. This one, this quest might be busted. We may not have a way to finish this one. Some of the eggs look intact. I mean, if they don't show up with red outlines, then I can't do anything with them. I could try. I don't know that this is actually going to help. Still better than Fallout 3. I'm going to save, quit, exit out, come back in. You never know. Might help. But yeah, the Fallout games. I remember the original Fallout had a pretty important patch after it released to fix a bunch of like really fucked up stuff. Fallout 2 had an even more important one. There were some ridiculous bugs in Fallout 2. Mainly around the car. You can actually get a car in Fallout 2, but man, it is the jankiest piece of shit. Yeah, Fallout 2 had a huge patch to fix some seriously mission-critical stuff. The biggest one being, like, your car just ceasing to exist sometimes. Or more specifically, its trunk ceasing to exist. Circle the map, best bet might be a wait a few in-game days to see the Deathclaws respawn. They can wander off the map edge. I mean, since they were already, like, co-located inside themselves, that's pretty likely. Like possible relevant info I'm finding on the wiki is even the eggs and the mother are killed, there might be a death claw at the top of the sector. Okay. Well, fortunately, there is other stuff we can do around the boneyard. Yeah, he just keeps giving us the same quest over and over and over again, so. All right. We're gonna leave, we're gonna do some other stuff, and then we're gonna come back. I mean, if this quest doesn't fire off correctly, it's not the end of the world. There may be an alternate way to handle Adytum, or I can just tell you what happens, because I do remember this quest. The Angel's Boneyard is the one part of this game I don't remember so well. So I may, like, I don't actually remember. Over here is like the Followers of the Apocalypse, I think. I don't remember anything about their section. In the heart of the city, a great library, fortified and restored, rises with forbidding yet graceful presence. You feel a sense of peace. See emblems. Emblem is used by the followers of the Pockeyclips. This is a library, all right. Everybody is super into black leather. I found one named person, Nicole. All right, let's see here. Not from around here. Who are you? The name's Barry. What, may I ask, are you doing in the Boneyards? I'm just an explorer. Just a traveler. I've heard that one before. Nobody comes to the Boneyard except those hub merchants and people looking for a quick death at the hands of the gangs. What are you really here for? I guess they don't expect you to come talk to this lady after you've handled the water purification ship. Water purification ship, sorry, don't know anything about that. Don't see much of that kind of tech here in the Boneyards, except maybe the stuff Miles works on. Tell me more about the Boneyards. Tell me about the Blades. Dealt with them, they're not too bad as far as gangs go. They have a hideout in an old club with some outposts. Gun runners used to be a real gang. They went soft. They started setting up a deal where they trade weapons that they get from their victims or buy from the hub. Since nobody here is up to the trip to the hub personally, they do pretty good business. Tell me about the followers. Followers of Apocalypse are a group of peace preachers who live in a large library near the heart of the Boneyard. Why they haven't been wiped out yet, I can't say. They are lousy combatants and have no understanding. You are one of them! I don't think this line of dialogue was supposed to come from this character. Adytum's my original home, a little too boring for me though. It's fenced off, self-sufficient town in the south end of Boneyard. Area around the city is a pretty hostile place. Never had the opportunity to leave. I suppose I'd take it. Just south of here, you have the cathedral, some sort of cult there. I stay away from them. Something sinister is going on there. Heard about the training center called the Hub. I don't plan to stay in this place too much longer myself. If you're looking for another hand, I'll sign on. Better than spending the rest of my existence in this hellhole. You can bring her along as a follower. I'm not going to do that because she's not actually going to help me do anything. Those of you that have been curious why I don't take Ian, why I don't take Katja, why I haven't been looking for partners, followers, they really don't operate well in this game. You can't interact with them in any really meaningful ways. You can give them equipment, but during battles, they just go off and get themselves killed. Don't worry about it. Thanks anyhow. And I feel like that would just be kind of sad to take her out in the wasteland only for her to die.
Greetings.
Oh, hello.
We're very glad you could join us. We hope you have found our humble abode to your satisfaction.
We found a talkie one. Can you tell me more about what you worship here?
We don't worship so much as follow a set of principles. We want to bring peace back to this wasteland. The world tends toward destruction, so we try to make a difference.
Fallout 2 has a much better follower system, and we will be getting people coming along with us in that. Ow.
We try to remind people why the Great War happened in the first place and help ensure it won't ever happen again.
Have you been successful at all?
We never give up hope. We never will. even though most live by the gun these days.
Well, you kind of have
And
to.
we are concerned with the children of the cathedral.
What about them?
They claim to want peace like us, but anyone who disagrees with them just disappears. Their dark god is not what he seems, believe me.
How do you know?
Call it instinct. We've seen Morpheus and the Nightkin, and they don't look like peacemakers to us. Their hospitals and message of peace make them attractive, but we know there's evil there.
Do you have any clues?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Well, I'll report back anything I hear.
Good. We could use any information. Now, is there anything else you'd like to ask?
Yes.
Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
Actually,
We
no
wish
thanks,
you the
we're good.
best in the journeys ahead. Please feel free to use our base as much as you like.
Thanks. I think I remember now why I don't remember much of this is that that's pretty much it. I think there's a follower you can pick up here. You can talk to Nicole a bit, but like you don't get any quests or anything. It's downstairs. Oh shit, there's more stuff. Anybody here named? Oh, there's a ghoul over here. You see a hideous ghoul. God damn it, interface. Don't be so judgmental. No, I don't want to... Shit. Greetings, brother. My name is Talius. How might I assist you today? I'm Barry. What are you doing here? Here to assist these good people in understanding the workings of the children of the cathedral. You're a spy for the children? Nay, I am no spy, though many think as such. There's a spy within our humble abode, yet we are unable to ferret the spy out. How do you help the followers? Once I was as you are, but through the interaction of the Nightkin and Necropolis, I was thrust into this state. Why are you in Necropolis? Some time ago, I lived in a place far to the north of here. They were having a problem with their water supply and sought out people to find a way to fix it. So you volunteered. Yes, the overseer of the community gave me a shotgun and some shells. However, those were lost many years past. Since I've never found anything, I could not return. Did you ever find a way to fix the water problem? Unfortunately, I did not. I've heard that others were sent from the vault to search for a way to fix the water pump. I've heard nothing more of them. What was the name of this vault? My vault had no name. It was merely numbered 13. That's where I'm from. Really? Has the overseer finally seen his way through to allow people to travel outside the vault? No, he's still scared of the outside world. I believed as such. He always was a cautious man. I pity him his responsibility. May you fare better than myself on this fool's quest. That's funny. I totally forgot he existed. I think that's the only person down here you can interact with in a meaningful way. Yeah. So yeah, we're not the first idiot to be sent on this quest. But we did fare better than most, at least. Alright, looks like there's no other ways out of this section. What the hell is this over here? There's a thug. I see a thug, chat. What's going on over here? Go storming back to the vault, yelling, "What do you mean I was even your first choice?" So insulted. Come on, I want to see in the windows. Let me see in the windows. God damn it, video game. There we go. You see a burly bounty hunter with a button that reads, "I'm Christopher and you're meat." See a thug. You see a thug. You see a thug. All right, I'm curious. Am I gonna get shot as soon as I open this door? Am I meat, Christopher? Am I really? What do you want? A donut. A donut. We appreciate wise guys here. Buzz off. What are you doing here? None of your business. Okay. Just looking around. Poke around somewhere else. I do not remember what this is about. I have no recollection. Well, chat. There's nothing we can do in Adytum. There's nothing we can do in Adytum until either the Death Claws show up or we give up on that. We do have access to the cathedral now, so we could let's go check that out. Let's see if we can do anything there. That's rather aptly to describe Barry. You see an overturned truck in the distance. So chat, there are a small handful of rare, of very rare wasteland events, and this is one of them. Here are 3,000 caps, roughly. It's an overturned Nuka-Cola truck. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it just says you see nothing out of the ordinary. But it's an old Nuka-Cola truck, and it's full of caps. Yeah. Yeah, this is a rare event that you can get rich off of. We gotta save this. Shaw's off to bed. I'm gonna head out, headphone my game. Have fun, love. Have fun, Fury Fighter. Thanks for coming out. Good to see you. Take care. All right, let's actually get to the cathedral now. So the cathedral is actually where I live now. It's in the South Bay of Los Angeles. Because this is Long Beach over here. The Boneyard is downtown. This is the valley up here. So yeah, this is it's not mapped out very well, but this is basically Palos Verdes down here. And then over here is like Redondo Beach, Hermosa, Manhattan. LAX was probably up around here. That's cool. It's the cathedral. In we go. Large ornate building rises into the sky. A crowd of people walks aimlessly before it. So this is one of the neater locations in this game. Lived a bit south of here a few years ago. What do we got? We got a thug, a zombie, a teenager, a chanter of the children. I don't care about any of these people. San Clemente, baby. Tell us more about how to find you. As if you could find anybody. As if you could find any one specific person in the South Bay. Well, this looks like a cheerful place, doesn't it? Here we got. See, Laura! Laura! Who's this? A woman. Who's this? Shopkeeper. Lasher of the children. Dr. Wu. A huge member of the children. Sister Francis. This Google search South Bay gaming loser. There you go. Who is woman? Hello, sir. Your representation precedes you. Is there anything I can help you with? I was wondering what the cathedral is all about. It has some very similar interests. You have slain monsters and brigands and made the world a safer place. We plan to do the same on a larger scale. What sort of scale? As large as possible. The world is in chaos. It needs order or will not survive. We bring order and prevent the monsters from hurting it again, as they did in the apocalypse. Words to think about at any rate. Goodbye. Like, that's gonna narrow it down. Blizzard Campus is like right there. I am in fact well protected, chat. Laura!
Hello, my brother.
Oh.
May I be of service this glorious day?
Laura's a person. We're not doing this. Can I ask you a few questions about children?
I'm hardly an authority. You should see Morpheus, the High Priest. I'm sure he can help you much more than I.
Okay. Where he at, though? Greetings, how can I help you? I do hope that you will take a moment to realize the significance of any future decisions you might make in regards to your soul. What do you have to trade? We have all sorts of special items to remember your trip to the cathedral. These memories can't be bought cheaply, you understand. Ah. Interestingly enough, this is what I need. Out of curiosity, how much does this cost? 20 bucks? Hell yes. This is what I need. Rad-X. I can afford that. Give me some Radaway too. You know what? Give me some of this while we're at it. Fuck it. I got money to burn. I am gonna need all of these things. Yeah, I should do this now. Yeah, you don't have enough caps to cover that, and I don't think you have anything else that I really want. Not really. All right, I'm gonna spend money, chat. I'm gonna exchange money for goods and services. 230. There we go. Thank you. You fool! All right, I'm now carrying 57 pounds of stuff, but this is what we needed. Anti-radiation chems to be taken before exposure, no known side effects. If we're heading to the glow, that's what we need. And we are on a quest, don't forget about that. See a child with a real attitude. What in the hell do you want? Where might I meet this master? In hell, loser. Wow, what a piece of shit. Before exposure is very important, yes. You need to use... I forget exactly how the mechanics work. I think you need to use it before you actually get to the glow location. to prevent sucking up a whole bunch of radiation. It actually makes you rad immune. Like, you will not suffer any radiation while you've got Rad-X in your system. Hi, I'm meditating. Did you notice? Can I help you? Who's in charge here? It's Father Morpheus. Such a good speaker. He really makes the peace and unity come to life. When he talks, I can just see those holy flames. That Father Morpheus, he sure can't talk. And he's handsome, you too. Can't wait to see you ought to take advantage of the car in Fallout 2 to become the complete loot gremlin to sell even more stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much unavoidable. You want to talk to Ton? Fine, but if I hear the word praise, I'll kill you. Not a big fan of the worship services. You stand around this for months and you go crazy as them. What do you want from Ton? I want sex and violence without the sex. You know where I can get it? Jesus. I want to speak with the man in charge. It's Morpheus. He stays upstairs except to give sermons. He don't even do that much anymore. He's smart and he's a winner, and that's all it counts. Go see him for yourself. Okay. Ah, but this door is locked. What does the lasher of the children have to say? My quarters are not open to those who have not been consecrated. I must ask you to leave at once. I just want to speak with the man in charge. You speak to Father Morpheus. He's in the tower. It's unlikely that the Nightkin will allow you to pass. Could you persuade the Nightkin to let me pass? A reasonable request. Take the symbol. Show to the Nightkin when you wish to pass. Oh, okay. Thanks. Jesus Christ. Look, I have this. I have a cock badge. A badge in the shape of the children of the cathedral. On one side, you notice bumps and indentations, almost reminding you of a key. A key? So, will that actually open this door? Yes, you unlock the door. Score. Okay. Calm your fam. Who? Hello. You see before you a Nightkin. All right. You can't make these out. I can tell you what they are. The Nightkin are super mutants with cloaking devices. And I don't think we want to deal with them. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? If we can get in here. Oh, you can't go any higher. They're in the Bethesda games too? Okay, good. Might there be something else to check out around here? This door is locked. I guess I can see if my cock badge will work. That does nothing. Okay. I guess let's go talk to Father What's-His-Face. And see if this accomplishes anything. Big, strong, burly man. Master, was this what I was supposed to become, Master? What? One of the companions in New Vegas is a Nightkin? Am I actually supposed to go further up the tower? Oh, I am. Hello. Just, you know, ignore me. Don't worry about me. I'm definitely supposed to be here. That's a lot of Nightkin. That's a lot of Nightkin.
I don't remember inviting anyone to my room, and yet I have a visitor. Why?
One of the brothers sent me up here.
I suspect you are a spy sent by the followers. I may be wrong, but I do not take chances. You must be eliminated.
Well, that didn't work out. Okay. Well, he didn't last very long. You gain 1,000 experience points for destroying the leader of the Children of the Cathedral. Hey, good for us. Now we just need to deal with the Nightkin. But what's his HP? Oh, okay. We got 3 Nightkin to deal with. Okay. Let him approach. I come from my enemies wielding holy flame. Okay. All right. This is fine. This is fine. I'm sure everything is fine. Okay. Fortunately, I'm a good enough shot that I still have a decent bead on their eyes, despite their cloaking devices. Not good enough, though. I only hit him for 17 hit points. This is gonna hurt a lot. Ah, they have flamers. 51 hit points. Yeah, we're dead.
Your life ends in the wasteland.
Let me try talking to him again. Maybe there is a better option for talking to him. Leave me or die. Could you direct me to the man in charge? Yo, listen, it's unwise to ignore the Nightkin. I'm sorry, have a good day. Okay, so there's 3 on this floor. And there's 3 on this floor. We get right in this guy's face. Talk to him.
I don't remember inviting anyone to my room, and yet I have a visitor. Why?
I'm Barry. What's yours?
I asked the questions, not you. Now tell me what you are doing here.
I'm here to make you a deal.
I suspect you are a spy
Well, okay, whatever.
sent by...
Shit. He tried to punch me! He's punching me for no damage. What an idiot. Can I search him? I can't. Ooh, look at his stuff. So he has bullets. He has a super stim pack. He has a special cock badge. I have an int 3 person can get past this guy. He has an assault rifle. And he has robes. Unfortunately, the rest of this probably isn't going to end very well. Put on his robes and pretend to be him. I think I can do that, but not with these guys. I think if I can kill these guys, I can use his robes to sneak around the cathedral, but I gotta kill these guys first. I think that's the rub here. That's why they want to get so close, is because they have flamers. That guy... Oh, this guy didn't aggro this time. That's interesting. All right, so this is probably the best shot I'm going to get at doing this. All right, well, that's a real good start. Nightkin Sentry is critically hit in the eyes for 92 hit points, blinding the now unconscious mutant. Yes, fucking yes, give that. I'll loot the rest of this stuff later, but that's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, I aggroed the other one. Okay. Oh, that guy sequenced really hard. All right, I have to shoot this. Like, I have to kill this guy in one shot. Or he's gonna mulch me with his Gatling gun. And I whiffed. And we're dead. I was hit for 91 hit points. I wasn't even critically hit for 91 hit points. I was just hit for 91 hit points and died.
Than you found in this one.
Okay. Yeah, I completely missed a 92% shot. Okay. Here's the thing, chat. This is possible. This is technically possible. But I would need to fish for crits over and over and over again. I think it's going to be better to come back here later. Because there is other stuff that we can do that will prepare us better. Yeah, namely power armor. So I think it may be time to go on a quest. Since I bought all that neat stuff. Yeah, we got our Rad-X, we got our Radaway. We should be all set. Let's go on a quest, chat. Actually, not too far from here. But I think I'm gonna need to do a little bit of navigating since we're along the coast. Oh, damn, it looks like just east of Long Beach got nuked out pretty hard. We got Raiders! We're being raided, chat. There's only 2 of them, though. They probably didn't count on getting shot in the eyes. Doesn't it always look like that, though? Why would you walk up to me after watching what I just did to your buddy? Well, rip you, I guess. That's not even worth taking. The previous answer. Alright. Bye-bye. I love running vertically in these games since it's hex-based. You just like do back and forth. There is nothing else down here, chat. There's nothing else to find. It's just the glow. We're gonna stop right before we get there in the mountains. And I think I can, I think this is how you do this without picking up any radiation, I think. Because it's the glow itself. We're not radiated yet. It's the glow itself that's all irradiated. And it lasts for a couple hours. So we'll go ahead and take this. You gain 50 radiation resistance. I guess it is just radiation resistance. I was wrong about that. And then we'll take a little teeny step here to the glow. Location, the glow. Yes, we know. All right, it's a hole. It's a hole in the ground. All right, well, it says I'm radiated. Our radiation resistance is 82%. We should be okay down here, I think. Where is... There's a point that you can interact with. I'm trying to remember where it is. Here it is. UC beam. Strong beam is stationed over the crater hole. So this is why we got that rope. Successfully attached the rope to the metal beam. And now we go down. All right, welcome to the glow. Looks a lot like a vault, doesn't it? Hex running sounds like something involving cool smuggler witches, cursed leggers, and literal moonshiners. That would be rad. That'd make a great story. All right, you can already see over here the remains of a corpse encased in odd armor. That's our goal. That's where we need to get to. Unfortunately, there's this big stupid hole in the middle of the place that's going to complicate that. Body is so charred you cannot even guess what it once was. I do believe we want to search all the bodies. I think. Yeah, there we go. We got some more Radaway. So the Radaway is important because even if we do end up getting irradiated, we can just flush it out of our system after we leave the glow. I'm gonna put my gun away so I'm not constantly like holstering it and unholstering it. One stim. It's an actual functional. Oh my god! I was hit for no damage. I forgot this place was booby-trapped. Not that it matters. Combat armor is really strong. Okay, here we go. So, if you are just here for the Brotherhood quest, this seems strange. You think it may be what the Brotherhood sent you to retrieve. This is all you need. You can grab this and go. But, of course, we have other things we want to do down here. This is where the Brotherhood of Steel stuff comes from. You'll see. You'll see. We're gonna get some lore here. That's what we're here for. The lore. Ancient Brotherhood tape. Captain Maxon was right. This place is death. I'm writing this so that if we don't make it back, someone someday might find out what happened to us. We made it to West Tech Research Facility after 20 days of hell. But that was the easy part. The radiation levels began to shoot up as soon as we could see the giant crater. We checked our supplies and figured with our armor and our anti-rad supplies, we'd be fine for at least a day of exploring. We felt it was a calculated risk, but the technology we had the potential of recovering was worth it. We climbed down the crater to the first level and everything seemed to be according to plan. The power was off, so we didn't need to circumvent the security. Or so we thought. There wasn't much of value on this level, so we pushed on. The second level was more the same. When Jensen dropped to the third level, all hell broke loose. The security sensors had been burned out on the first 2 levels, but not on the third. Jensen was cut to ribbons before he knew what had happened. We'd never seen weapons cut through power armor like that. Men started dropping right and left, and the ones who were still alive lost it. I tried to regroup, but only Soto and Camarillo made it back up here to the first level with me. The fact that I can smell Soto's burning flesh where his arm was taken off means that my power armor is no longer airtight, so I'm sucking up a lot more rads than I'd planned on. I'm leaking hydraulics at an alarming rate. We need to get it far enough away from this place before my armor dies. Camarillo seemed fine physically, but he wandered off about an hour ago mumbling something about Gehenna. A bastard has all the anti-rad. That leaves Soto and myself. We can't make it far enough away from here without the anti-rad, so I've got to try and find Camarillo before it's too late. Sergeant D. Allen, United States Armed Forces. Free assault rifle. Free pistol. Here's a function computer. System, primary power, offline, secondary power, online. Power management. Primary power. Reinitialize primary power. Error. Primary system initialization failed. Diagnose. Generator level 6. 0 feed return inoperable service needed. All right, so the main power is on level 6. Emergency power is engaged, which is why all the doors and stuff work. Here is a bunch of cool stuff. A motion sensor. A tool. A book. Do not read while you are in the glow. It is stupid. You will spend a lot of time, you will waste a lot of time here. I don't want you, but I want your bullets. You'll waste a lot of time here, your anti-rad will run out, and you will die of radiation poisoning. Alright, I am going to pocket these, but I'm probably going to end up dropping them. Because there's a lot of hardware down here. And those are not guns that I actually need. Did I check the remains of Man? I did not. Man has a lot of bullets on him. Technician has a bunch of anti-rad. I'm gonna go ahead, since I just found more Rad-X, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. And just... Yeah, I gained 18. So now I have... Yeah, now I have 100% radiation resistance. So I shouldn't be picking up any more rads. Ow. That hit me for no damage. That sucks. You get mild shock from the electric field on the door and take a point of damage. Oh, do I need to... How does this work? Oh, no, I'm stupid. I have the card. It's a key card thing. That yellow key card I picked up should work. Authorization granted, disarming electric field. All right, so we can go down to floor 3 from here. We'll go down to 2 for now. There's another computer here. All right, same issue. Primary power is offline, secondary power is online. There's a pile of ashes here that used to be a townswoman. And there's nothing. 2D Fallout games seem to be the only ones you can get hit for no damage by an explosion. It never gets old. So these in here are sentry robots. They're currently deactivated. I was hit for no damage. I can talk to him. I don't care about your robots, I care about your stuff. Missiles. I'm not gonna carry the missiles, they're very heavy. Grenades, maybe not. Leather armor, I don't think so. Alright, something punched through the door here, which is a little intimidating. See, there remains a worker. Worker has a grenade. The scorched worker has a grenade on him. A plasma grenade. Now that's different. We'll take one of those. That could be fun. Dead woman has a bunch of explosives on her. I may come back for that, in fact. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. But there's some corpses up in here. Is that a dead... You see a dead, tough, radiated rat. This is what we need, the red key card. The dead, tough, irradiated rat has nothing on him, as it turns out. Alright, so now we need to snake our way all the way back around to the elevator. I may need to use that yellow card again to activate it. It's only 1 damage if I do. Let's try it. Yeah, the security system's active on each. And you can kind of make out, I don't know if you can see this well on the stream, but the stripes on around the door are yellow to indicate that it's a yellow keycard elevator. Let's go down to the 3rd floor, where hopefully nothing bad is going to happen to us. Yeah, same deal. It looks like a bunch of empty shelves and broken computers in there. Same deal over here. There's a whole bunch of lockers over here, though. So, of course, we're going to check those out. Drugs. I don't do them, but they're worth a lot and they don't weigh very much. Medicines. I'm glad none of this stuff is locked. Bullets that I don't need. I'll just take the ones that are actually practical for me. Alright, red elevator. Red elevator calls for red key card. Red elevator goes to 3, 4, and 6. This feels like a boss fight is about to happen. Aha. All right. There's another elevator over here. There's a ton of shit in here. Actually, you know, I don't... as long as I'm not running out of weight. Okay, I can't pick up the Geiger counter because I'm at capacity now. So we're gonna need to start getting rid of some of this stuff. The special 5-levator. I want those. I do, in fact, want those. We'll get rid of these guns. They're probably heavy and not very useful. Give me those. Eat all the cheese. Missiles, I don't need missiles. Some weird stuff in here. Another corpse down here. See a dead guard. He has the blue key card. Alright, let's go see what this thingy doodad is in here. You see a computer. Okay. Pop a save. Alright. You see an extremely advanced computer. How may I be of assistance? Tell me about this installation. West Tech Research Facility, founded in 2002 as a private contractor for the United States government. The company initially consisted of two divisions, the Advanced Weapons Research and the Biomedical Sciences Division. In 2069, West Tech was the single largest contractor for the United States government, its largest contract being Powered Infantry Armor Model T-51B. In light of significant advances in 2076, by the NBC on the Pan-Immunity Virion project, the United States Defense Department, in fear of international espionage, moved a team onto the site to secure and oversee the project, now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. How does the virus work? My research into the Forced Evolution Virus, or FEV, indicates that it is a shifting absorptive virus. It copies DNA patterns, much like RNA, storing these patterns in exons. These exons combined with the FEV are re-injected into the host cells in typical viral infectious fashion. This causes the host cells to regenerate their DNA. How do you catch FEV? FEV is not caught per se. It is not air transmittable. Typically, infection is through injection or direct physical contact with an FEV sample. Why isn't FEV affected by radiation? The FEV is a megavirus with a protein sheath reinforced by ionized hydrogen. It is therefore capable of absorbing neutrons without becoming radioactive. Can we talk about something else? Who or what are you? I'm a machine intelligence dedicated to research and installation control. I am called Zax. What kind of research? I am specifically programmed for research into biological studies, including pathology and genetic research. My primary function is an extrapolation of information of complexity levels exceeding human capacity. What are the particulars of your research? And then we get this again. Tell me about this installation. Can you tell the particulars about specific areas? Excuse me. My sensors are currently non-functional in the surface facility and on subterranean levels 1 through 3. I can, however, provide descriptions of levels 4 through 6. Well, tell me about level 4. Level 4 research facility. This level contains testing areas and laboratories for experiments in biology and physics. Tell me about level 5. Secure testing labs. This level contains a lab for experimental prototype testing and a research lab for classified subjects. These subjects provided some of the necessary impetus for the development of FEV. Tell me about level 6. Level 6 barracks and central operations contains living facilities for lab personnel and guard contingents and operations meeting room. Back up a bit. Grant me access to the mainframe. Access denied, terminating input. All right, well, thanks for that, buddy. So, we have learned that West Tech was a weapons manufacturer. They had two divisions. Their weapons division developed the power armor that we all know and love. And their biology division developed the FEV virus, which sure does sound like something you could make super mutants out of. Yeah. I'm delighted to have been of assistance. I forget how mainframe access works. But anyway, we got the blue card. Let's go down to level 5. See what's going on there. Said there's all kinds of samples and stuff, so. Elevator is inoperable. Seems to need more power than emergency power can handle. Aha. Okay. Well. So level 5 is inaccessible until we get the power back on. Let's head down to level 6. What do we got down here? There is an elevator over here. And a whole lot of dead people. Remains a person in power armor. Well, they don't have much to show for it. That's gun. I will take that. Never gonna say no to Sims. Is that a child? That's a dead peasant, but it sure looks small enough to be a child. Take some more Radaway. I would like to take a second plasma pistol with me. That would be nice. They're worth more than assault rifles, I think. I don't need these medical kits, and I think they weigh a bit. Yeah, okay. That's a better deal. I've always really liked the atmosphere of the glow. I mean, it kind of extends to all the like ruined subterranean areas, like the old vaults and whatnot, but the glow, specifically because it's so far away from everything else on the map, and the first time you come here, you really don't know what's going on. Like this dark, silent atmosphere, along with like the unfolding mystery, like I really, really like that. Okay, I'm gonna save here because this might be really, really dumb, potentially. And I know you all are excited about dumb things, so. We are going to reactivate the power to the facility. Primary power, reinitialize. I guess I need to actually repair this thing? Generators seem to be offline. You wonder if you can start them back up. Okay. Well, let's shove a tool in here. You start with the generators and all systems seem to be coming back online. You gain 1,000 experience points. Nice. I love free experience. Power management, primary power, reinitialize. Whoop! There we go. For better or for worse, everything's back online. So anyway, chat. Terminate! Terminate! So these sentry robots are really fucking weird. They actually have brain meat in them. Sure, nothing bad will come for the light. Yeah, totally an off-brand Dalek. So I'm gonna hide over here and let that one. Oh fuck, they're both gonna approach. He has a gun. Target acquired. Is that a robot? He's got a gun. All right, let's see how much damage we can do to this thing. I think we want to ding him in the sensors. Sentry robot is critically hitting the sensors for 25 hit points, breaking the sensor lenses. All right, so he should have trouble hitting us now. I'm gonna duck into one of these rooms before I get shot. I still got probed. Let's see if I can finish this guy off. All right, good. Critically hitting the sensors for 35 hit points, inflicting some structural damage. So they've got about 60 hit points. Or no more than 60. Well, hello there, sir. Let's see you in the sensors. All right, his sensor lenses are broken now. Let's reload and see what he does. Hit for 8 hit points. Okay. I mean, he seems to just have a shotgun. That could be a lot worse. All right, we did some more structural damage. 17 hit points is a lot more damage. All right, we got him. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I was a little worried that this was going to be too dicey without energy weapons, but we're fine. Oh, he had a sniper rifle. Interesting. Oh, I can't pick up any more bullets. All right, well, with everything back online, let's see if we can get to the 5th floor. Oh man, this place is full of robots. There's an entire wall of lockers over here. Okay, this is the jackpot. Also, I gained 1,000 experience points just for getting here. Where are we on this? All right, we're less than 5,000 experience from our next level. Okay, I'm gonna save. All right, so there's two rooms of robots I gotta get through. This one has the Dalek and 2 little floaty dudes. This one has 2 Daleks and 2 floaty dudes. So, yay. A feast of lockers awaits, yes. Assuming we can get past all the murder bots. All right, my aim on that guy is blocked. Take a step in, shoot him in the sensors. 21 hit points, not an exciting crit or anything. Oh fuck, we activated the ones in the other room too. It's gonna be a big old robot clusterfuck in about a second here. What I would like to do is corral them at this door. All right, his sensors are broken now. He's got a something. It's like they all have shotguns. Okay, so with him in the doorway like this, nobody else can get through. That's good. These robots are slow enough, I may be able to clear them out. One after another. Because those guys are just milling around now. Because this guy's in his way. Oh, man. It's hard to land really good crits on these robots. Oh, he's leaving. He didn't like that, chat. I think I scared him. Not that one, though. He is ready to throw down. Ow. Don't probe me. All right. I'm gonna need to go into my inventory to heal, I think. That? Oh, right, because they have sniper rifles. Shit, okay. All right, might be a bad idea, but I'm going to heal. And then I'm gonna back up into the room so that they don't have a shot on me. I'll make them come to me. You were hit for no damage. All right. Let's put this up here so y'all can see everything that's happening. All right, that's one down. Terminate the intruder. I'm just gonna wait for him to come to me, honestly. Hello, Robart. That's it. Yes, get right up in my face. Thank you so much for that. All right, the ones with the guns so far seem to be infinitely more dangerous. All right, hit him in the sensors. All right. I think my combat armor is doing a lot of work here. I think it's blocking a lot of damage. Like, those guys aren't bad at all. All right. He missed. Oh, I think because I broke his sensor lenses. All right, we're actually gonna do something to kind of expedite this. We have pulse grenades. I'm gonna try chucking one just right here. It should only affect them and not me. All right, well, they all took over 100 damage. I took 2 hit points. Yeah, so that just fried their everything. Good call, Self. Bunch of no damage prods. He's dead. All right, I'm gonna end combat because those guys don't want to fuck with me. Yep, they got sniper rifles. Yep, all sniper rifles. Shoot them in the robo-penis. I knew where that was. Let's finish these guys off. Don't you run from me! God damn it. Hit him in the CPU. Alright, he's dead. Alright, we've done. We've beaten all the robots. Right. Oh, this guy did just actually have a shotgun. What is this computer control? Primary power. So if you can get past, if you can like sneak past these robots, you can actually get in here and disable primary power. Which will then disable the robots, so you won't have to worry about them anymore. It's great. All right. Ooh, we got a holodisc. And a bunch of medical stuff. Let's take a look at that holodisc real quick. It's getting hard to keep track of what all of these holodiscs are. This is the Alpha Experiment Tape. Prototype Pan-Immunity Virion Project. In the hopes of countering the current bacteriological and viral agents employed by the Chinese government, we have manufactured a virus fragment consisting of a ribonucleic acid encased in a protein lipid sheath. This virion contains a specially arranged sequence of radiated amino acids, RAA, that are capable of attaching to non-specific binding sites on DNA. And force a non-replicating mitosis to occur, the resulting host cell is left with a quadruple helix DNA structure. Early tests are promising. The virion easily penetrates the cell membrane and attaches directly to the host DNA in the nucleus. Mitosis of the structure begins almost immediately. Cytokinesis is prevented by controlling the disposition of the kinetochore fibers during anaphase. The entire mitotic cycle lasts approximately 2 hours, although phenotypical expression of the new structure may take days or weeks to become apparent. In addition to an effective immunity to bacterial and viral agents, the quad helix structure is almost entirely immune to errors introduced in base pairing during replication due to multiplicity of the base sequence. Radiation-exposed tissue showed no mutation in the base sequence, and protein synthesis mechanisms in the ribosomes were unimpaired. Over 80% of the sample tissue contained quad helix DNA. Most affected was muscle and bone tissue, as well as secretory cells, as these cells seemed the most receptive to variant. Sensory cells are the least affected. Surprisingly, even normally non-replicating nerve cells and non-somatic cell were introduced to begin mitosis. Further experiments will be necessary to determine the results in these cells. So, the FEV virus originally started as a counter virus, a way to give soldiers super immunity to viral and bacteriological agents used in warfare. Well, here's some free combat armor and a book that I can't read. Of course, the combat armor is what got us down this far, so I'd say it was worth the caps. This is the prize. This is what we want. Say goodbye to all of these. Say hello to the plasma rifle. Wow, plasma rifle ammo is heavy. I don't need the book of science. I don't care about science. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna need to get rid of something heavier for this. Since we have this now, I don't actually need these anymore. Sounds like mostly real science. It makes sense. It isn't technobabble. Yeah. I feel like the writers on this game were actually pretty careful about that. They wanted to write something that kind of made sense. This is a laser pistol, by the way. I feel like I might have missed a laser pistol earlier in the game. That's supposed to be like your entry-level energy weapon. That, yep, thank you. I will take that. So this is the Stealth Boy. Robco Stealth Boy 3001 personal stealth device. Generates a modulating field that transmits the reflected light from one side of an object to another. It weighs 3 pounds. This is going to be my new best friend. Yes, I would like to take ammo for my new toy. No, I can't carry it. Shit. How much does this weigh? I don't actually need a motion sensor. It doesn't matter. I don't need this. Get rid of the books. I'm not going to read anything. I need gun shoot. That's all I need is gun shoot. Assault rifles and a radio. A minigun. You can get a free minigun here if you want. Ammo out the wazoo. I will take another pulse because those are pretty handy. Was Stealth Boys called Raz Poisoning, or was that in Fallout 3? I think it was a Fallout 3 thing. I don't think they do in this one. They might, but if they did, it wasn't enough to ever make me notice. All right, we got some more deep lore here. Delta experiment tape. The military has deemed it necessary for us to research further in depth the effects of wave technology upon living organisms. We've taken light and sound as the basis of our studies. By manipulating the amplitude of the light waves and magnifying the frequency, we have been able to get lasers which will cut through a few feet of steel. Unfortunately, the power to do such tasks has not been fully developed. We have other scientists looking over into this. Yet one wazoo of ammo. Honestly, chat, like, in terms of weapons, we're pretty much set. The plasma rifle is like the end-all be-all of energy weapons in this game. So, yeah. We don't really... I mean, the thing is we don't really need to hoover up anything else. There's one piece of better armor we can get, and we're going to get it as a result of doing this whole Brotherhood quest. Wrong button. FEV experiment tape. This one's a little long. I'm going to paraphrase. Log date March 21st, 2075. Major Barnett has ordered experiments with a batch of the Pan immunity virus, which has been renamed FEV, or Forced Evolutionary Virus. Concern is the side effects of the quad helix structure. He believes the new structure is the next logical step from mammalian nuclei. Experiments with single-celled organisms with great success. Immunity to infection and radiation is exceeding all earlier expectations. Further experiments on plant cells have been canceled by order of Major Barnett. In May of 2075, we infected several species of flatworm with FEV. Within hours, the worm had increased in size by 28%, and 39 separate viral contagions were resisted by the population. Each sample was allowed to continue for several generations. The new DNA structure was successfully passed on to the worm's progeny, although only asexual reproduction was noticed in the samples. Experiments with insects have had less success. In June, several lab strains of white mice have been infected successfully with FEV. Again, increase in size. After 9 days, all mice had stabilized at 31% larger than control. Dissection revealed most increase in size in striated muscle tissue in certain internal organs, such as the liver, heart, and kidneys. And a surprising finding, the infected mice are found to run mazes in less than half the time of the control group. In November, we've infected 218 rabbits with FEV. Half of the subjects were implanted with electrodes to monitor EEG activity. Increased electrical activity in the brain was noted in 3.2 seconds after injection. Typical size increase was noted. Increased aggression and posturing, especially among males, was noted as well. Sacrifice and profusion yielded brain tissue that showed increased dendritic connection, especially in the limbic system and frontal cortex. In January of 2076, we've improved the mitotic cycle efficiency by 43%. We've infected 53 raccoons with the new strain. In addition to the now expected size increase, behavioral tests confirmed an increase in intelligence and manual dexterity by 19 points. Unfortunately, several subjects escaped confinement and had to be hunted down and dispatched. Major Barnett ordered the remaining subjects terminated. 2 pairs were unaccounted for. May of 2076, we have spliced several new gene sequences supplied by Major Barnett's advisory team into FEV. With batch 11101A, we infected 23 dogs of both pure and mixed breed. All experienced nearly immediate growth. The larger size was accompanied with increased aggressiveness, while no significant intelligence increase was noted. We plan to attempt crossover of 92 allele pairs with batch 11011. All subjects were terminated after 14 weeks. October 2076, a crossover has been completed. 15 chimpanzees were infected with batch 11111. Growth and immunity levels are unprecedented. Attempts to induce cancers in the subjects through radiological and chemical agents were not successful. Increased aggressiveness have led to isolating the subject. 2 subjects suffered violent epileptic seizures and died. All remaining subjects terminated. So at this point, things infected with FEV cannot even have cancer induced in them. January 7th. Oh, my birthday. January 7th, 2077. Major Barnett has ordered transfer of all FEV research to the Mariposa military base. He plans to continue the project experiments on volunteer subjects. I am against this and would like it noted here that research on human subjects is not recommended by myself or my staff. So, from 2077, FEV research transferred to Mariposa, where they started working on human subjects. This dovetails very nicely with the story that Harold told us about the military base full of super mutants and the vats of mutating agents. So, seems like Mariposa is our destination if we want to stop the mutant menace. But for now, chat, we need to get the hell out of here. I'll go ahead and save. Yeah, we'll call it victory. Why not? Blue card me. All right, up to floor 4. Floor 4 does have robots between us and the elevator. They're not really a threat, though. Actually, before we go, I am curious of something. I want to see if we can do anything else with Mr. Supercomputer here. On the other hand, this would be a good place to take a nap. Give me access to the mainframe. Access granted. All right, main menu. Base information, West Tech, All right, we've read that. Main menu, security information. Security robots active. Deactivate security robots. Access denied. All right. Main menu, research information, records most current at West Tech Research Facility. Research Division employee records. Nick Davis, John Isaac, Steve Remco, Charles Reynolds. Download records to Pip-Boy, sure. Power armor status complete. T-51B powered infantry armor is designed with the latest passive defense features for both civilian and military disturbances. Back-mounted TX-28 micro-fusion pack generates 60,000 watts to power the high-flow hydraulic systems built into the frame of the suit. Made of the latest polylaminate composite, the T-51B shell is lightweight and capable of absorbing over 2,500 joules of kinetic impact. The 10-micron silver ablative coating can reflect laser and radiation emissions without damaging the composite subsurface. Download records. FEV status pending. 2073, as China became increasingly aggressive with their use of biological weapons, the United States government felt that a countermeasure was needed. The Pan Immunity Virine Project, PVP, was officially formed September 15, 2073. 2075, it became clear that the best way to combat the newly created biological weapons was to alter uninfected DNA so that it was no longer susceptible to standard viral infection. 2076, unforeseen side effects began surfacing in early 2076 with the PvP. Animal test subjects began showing an abnormal growth rate accompanied by increased brain activity. The US government took notice of these discoveries and in the interest of national security moved a team on site to secure and oversee the project, which is now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. 2077 FEV nears completion. Tests on lab animals are at a near 100% success rate. Size and muscle density increase approximately 60%, and the potential intelligence increase by 200%. Effects upon human subjects remain unknown. Although they are theoretically promising, the military, wishing to continue further testing, builds a large facility at the Mariposa Military Installation, Central California. At this new facility, testing of the FEV virus continues on volunteer subjects from the military. Wi-Fi Twitch are becoming total garbage, taking this as sign shows. All right, Numberless Dread, thanks for coming out. Hopefully you'll see you tomorrow night. Main menu, power terminus. I could disable the primary power. I would really like this guy to deactivate the security robots, but he won't. Oh, the system is too advanced for you. I think it actually, wait. I have an idea. What if we took drugs? What if we slam some mentats? You gain 2 intelligence, 2 perception, 1 charisma. Can we just slam some mentats and get you to turn off the robots? Access denied. Damn it. Oh, well. Okay, never mind. By the way, you notice there's an option to play chess with Zax. If you do that, I think you get, like, stat boost from it, but it takes several hours. Several hours during which your Rad-X will give out. I can't believe taking a bunch of drugs didn't make things better. I know, right? Crowbar and assault rifle. And, okay. Bunch more books. But stat boost, yeah, that's not worth it. We don't actually need stat boosts. It's fine. Presumably a War Games reference, that too. So I think what I'm gonna do, to save us some time, is I'm gonna disable the primary power. And this way we can just leave. We don't need power for anything else. Power was just to get to floor 5. Tell me about the password. Alright, take us back up to 3. And then run us all the way over here. It's got to work sometime, you would think, wouldn't you? All right, this should be a yellow one. It doesn't look yellow, but it should be yellow. That does nothing. Do you need a red one to get back up? Is that how this works? That does nothing. Oh, I guess I'd already unlocked this one. Or it's just never locked to begin with. All right, chat, we did it. The glow has been explored. Time to get the hell out of here and head back to the Brotherhood. All right, let's pop a save here because this is victory. Might as well switch my gun. All right, and we just need to hoof it all the way back over here. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to stop off at the Boneyard. I am gonna stop real quick outside of the glow. Let's see, our radiation resistance is dropping. We are radiated, so I'm gonna go ahead and slam some Radaway to flush whatever we got in our system out. We're still radiated. Wow, we ended up really radiated from being in there. Damn, you remember? I just wanted him to drop dead. Okay, that did it. Wow, we had like, I think 99 points of radiation. I think we would have actually dropped dead if I hadn't flushed it out. Pretty bad. It's fine. Everything's fine. No big deal. The long goddamn walk out of here. Invested the glow in a post-nuclear apocalypse and mysteriously ended up with radiation. How does that happen? How is that possible? Huh? Some mysteries were never meant to be solved. Oh, what? What do you want? You've stumbled upon a family of mole rats. Mole rats, I am so sorry about this. You have fucked with the wrong person. Too enamored with the cool green glow. Pop. Splort. Combat complete. They were eating a bunch of fruit. Let's just leave these for the aminals. The end titles just keep getting longer. Use the new gun? I'm not sure I'm skilled enough, really. I'm waiting until I get the tag perk so I can tag energy weapons, although I'm doing okay on it, I guess. Let's get some... I don't want it to be late. I want it... Yeah, sure, 8 a.m. All right, chat. I do believe this is where we're going to stop for the night. Because now that we've completed the Brotherhood's quest, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff to do in the Brotherhood. And I think that'll be better saved for tomorrow night, since it's quitting time right now. So let's save... Quest complete. Gonna pass out now. Good night. Sounds good, Arcane. So yeah, we will be back to this tomorrow night. We will hang out with the Brotherhood, and honestly, after that, it's probably going to be endgame stuff. Once we have power armor, I think we've got everything we need. Quitter. I think we've got everything we need to go ahead and start wrapping this up, which is honestly kind of surprising because I'm only level 9. But hey. Didn't even get to the suit. We got a whole night for the suit tomorrow, Eva. A whole night dedicated to the suit. So, more Fallout tomorrow night. Probably more Fallout on Wednesday. I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight. There's still a fair bit left to do. On Thursday, we're doing the Power Hours. On Friday, I haven't decided yet. Leaning towards another Indie Bowl. If you forgot the first Indie Bowl we did, that's where I give you a selection of really obscure ultra indie stuff in my library. I let people pick games out of it for us to try, and just like with the Power Hours, we pick the most interesting thing of the night. So I'm kind of feeling like that. And then excuse me, for Saturday will also be the Power Hours, probably because it is my birthday. And I remember last year, I just kind of did a thing for my birthday. I might do that again this year. I don't know. We'll see. Little game you probably haven't heard of is called Hollow Knight. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, chat. Friday and Saturday are both in flux. I'll definitely be streaming. For sure, I will be streaming. It's just what I will be streaming is called in question. Let's go find something raid, and I believe I will send you to, what is it? Let's go. Ooh, this is unexpected. Our friend McQueeb is playing Legend of Grimrock, and he seems to be a fair bit. Oh, Legend of Grimrock 2. I've actually never seen this one, so let's go hang out with him and see how that's treating him. So, anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for night 4 of Fallout, which is going exceptionally well, aside from all those times I died and stuff, but that's not a big deal. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We're coming up on the end game. We got a ton of lore tonight that's all bringing things together. So yeah, hopefully you're having a good time with this. Oh, and don't forget to vote for what we're going to be playing probably next week. Definitely looks like we're going to be starting something new next week. But you got time this week to vote if you haven't voted tonight, if you need time to research or consider your options. But yeah, once again, thank you again for coming out. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow night for more Fallout. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.